Okay then, let's talk about money. Let's talk about the struggle. Right, now, I want to speak on this topic. I love this. I can't stop smiling because this is what I like. I like talking about this. I get messages all the time, right, because some of my videos went big. I don't like when my videos go big. I don't like it, but whatever. A couple of my videos went big, so I get DMs saying, "Oh my God, look, I relate to what you were saying. I'm going through now what you said you were going through back then. Blah blah blah. All this, like, I'm really struggling. It's hard. You know, my finances are it's just this, that, right." Yes, I was broke as fuck at like different periods of time in my life, you know. But I also said in that video, or in whatever video, that I learned to fall in love with the struggle. Now, when I say fall in love with the struggle, like, I fucking mean it. I mean it. Now, I just believe, just as a man, that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? Our lives are supposed to be hard in like some way. It's just kind of like, I remember saying, I had a conversation with my dad a few years ago when he looked at me like I had 3 heads. And I said to him, like, the idea of me just like losing my job and like losing my apartment, and losing my car, and like having 0 money and just having to start from scratch, that shit makes my, you know what I mean? That gives me like a blood rush. Like, I'm like, yo, like, that's a challenge. Like, it's time to grind, you know what I mean? It's the struggle, it's shit you go through. Even to just not long ago, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I thought, maybe at some point I'm gonna have to like live in my car. You know, it sounds crazy, like not like a long period of time. Not like, I might have to 2 months, I might just have to live in my car for a little bit, you know. I'll live in my car, sleep in my car, I'll shower at the gym, and I'll just be like, you know what I mean, shaking and moving and making things happen just for a little bit, and then I'll bounce back. Like, I like that type of shit. You know what I mean? That does not bother me at all. It's just like a man on his grind, because I always knew sorry, I can't speak. You know I can't speak by now. I always knew where I'd end up anyway. You know, and I think the struggle really hurts when you have literally no direction. I always kind of knew that I'd be all right eventually. It was just a matter of time. You know, I just believed it already. I didn't know what was gonna work, but I just knew something was gonna work, and it was just a matter of time. And the struggle, the journey is way better than the destination, bro. Like, now, when I was like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, that's the funniest time of my life. I'm never gonna beat that. And I was broke back then. All my friends were my friends because they were my friends, not because I had money. All the girls that I had were my girls, not because I had money. Everything was just different back then. Do you know when you're really laughing and you got tears coming down your face and your stomach's hurting and you're laughing? I ain't felt like that in so long. I ain't done that in so long. That's all back then. Those type of feelings and those type of memories are back then, like the broke days, like when I just weren't even thinking about money. I was just thinking about the next motive, the next thing to do, the next bit of fun, the next drink up I'm going to, the next party, the next trip to Ibiza, the next this, the next that. That's just what I was thinking back then, and I'll never be able to top that. Now, if I had money back then, none of those memories would have been there. If I had money back then, it would have ruined everything. I've made money at the perfect time in my life now. I'm ready now. If I had money back then, come on, I would have self-destructed probably. Probably not, because I do feel like I'm a bit sharper and a bit more disciplined than most people. But I still think back then, if I had money, what kind of would have ruined everything. You know, it would have ruined everything. So the grind, and listen, like I said, the road trip is always going to be more fun than when you get to the destination. You grab a couple of beers on the road trip, stop off at a bar on the road trip, jump back in the car, back on the road, all that. And then when you reach the destination, it's an anticlimax. And I knew it was going to be an anticlimax. This is the thing, because I've accomplished things in my life before. So I realised that when I did finally make enough money to quit my job, it was going to be an anticlimax. I knew that already. So now I've just got to shift and adjust to what I want in my life. Now, I don't need to work a regular job. I've got enough money to the point where I don't need to work a regular job again. So now you have to change the goal. So maybe now, okay, maybe it's time I make enough money to retire my parents early. So if I want to retire my parents early, I'm broke again. And it starts again. You know, you reach this destination, you adjust, you evolved, and you create another one. And then you keep creating another one. And then it starts the journey again. You know what I mean? So you're going to be struggling anyway. Learn to fall in love with it. It's the best fucking part. You make the money. What's the money? Money's freedom. Is it gonna make me happy? Does it make me happy? I'm happy as long as really bad things haven't happened. Me as a person, I'm not like a laughy, giggly, smiley, jolly person. I'm just not that guy anyway. As long as nothing really bad happens, I'm good. Now, the money gives me freedom. What I choose to do within that freedom will determine if I've got like a happy life. You understand? Now I've got money and I'll say more like I've got money like I'm rich. I'm not rich, but I've got more than the average of the, you know. So I can feel it now, the way certain people could self-destruct. If they have much idle time as I have, and they can just go start drinking and not have to think about spending the money, or go partying or go to the strip club and not have to think about the money. Some people might go, some people are not ready yet. You might not be ready. It's gonna happen when you are ready. Enjoy the struggle. Enjoy the struggle, fall in love with it. Peace.